Acha.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Well, dear students, in the previous class we have understood thermal conduction and also thermal resistance. So let us go ahead with the same concept. So suppose you have two metal rods, right? Two metal rods, see, which are connected in series. See, let me say they are having different lengths, L1, L2. Okay, having same area of cross section, they are maintained at uh, temperature theta 1, this one is at theta 1, this is at theta 2, and this is the temperature of the junction, right? See, if this composite rod is in steady state, see, then in steady state, you know that the rate of flow of heat through the rod remains same. Therefore, see, if you take, this is made of one kind of material, say it's made K1. This is made of another material having thermal conductivity K2. They are having same area of cross section. See, in such a case, Q by T in rod 1 is always equal to Q by T in rod 2. See, therefore, see, this is K1 A theta 1 minus theta divided by L1. This is equal to K2 A theta minus theta 2 divided by L2. Have you got my point? So using this relation, say here A got cancelled out, and using this relation you can calculate what is theta. Temperature of the junction is given by K1 theta 1 L2 K2 theta 2 L1 divided by K1 L2 K1 L2 plus K2 L1. So you can find out the temperature of the junction using this relation. So suppose if L1 is equal to L2 in such a case, so you will find that if L1 is equal to L2, see, this implies that theta is equal to K1 theta 1 plus K2 theta 2 divided by K1 plus K2 when N1 is equal to. See, therefore, you can find out the temperature of junction of two metals by using this expression. Directly you can make use of these two expressions. This is applied only when they are having same area of cross section. Okay, if they have different area of cross section, then you please substitute in this equation and find it out. Usually in the entrance examination they will give either same area or same length, so that it is easy for you to simplify. Have you got my point, right? So suppose if they are having uh, same length but a different area, so then, see, you have to substitute for A1. In the place of A you must have A1, in the place of B here A, here substitute A2, right? All right, see, this is one thing you must remember. Another interesting thing is, suppose we have a rod, okay, we have a rod, and this rod at one end, say this is supplied with steam. Okay, here there is a steam chamber. Okay, you are supplying steam. Steam inlet, steam outlet, and here say you are keeping ice. Ice is kept. This is at 0 degrees Celsius. This is at 100 degrees Celsius. Suppose if they ask you to calculate how much of heat got melted, right? See, then you just make use of this relation K into A into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L. So this is equal to, if they are even time has to be taken into consideration, T is equal to M into LF. Here Q is equal to M into LF, where M is the mass of ice melted. We can calculate the mass of the ice melted using this relation. Have you followed? And let me take another situation wherein there is a lake. There is a lake, and the surrounding temperature of lake started coming down, and it is going even below 0 degrees Celsius. What happens? As you have learned in our previous class, the upper surface of the lake got freezed out. The thickness of the upper layer increases as the temperature of the surroundings decreases, right? Suppose if y is the thickness of ice which is formed on the surface of a lake, see, then rate of growth of ice layer on the surface of the lake can also be calculated using the concept of thermal conductivity. How? Very simple. The rate of growth of ice layer on the surface of lake is given by dy by dt. Dy by dt is equal to k theta divided by rho into L into y. K is thermal conductivity of ice. And theta surrounding temperature. Rho density of ice, and this is latent heat of fusion, LF. Latent heat of fusion of ice. So it's a 3.36 into 10 raised to 5 joule per Kelvin. And y here is thickness of layer of ice. On the lake. Okay. So using this relation, you can calculate the rate of growth of ice layer on the surface of the lake. And even you can find out what is the time taken for growth of the layer. See, that can be calculated using the relation time for growth of ice layer on lake from y1 to y2, T2 minus T1 or delta T is equal to rho into LF divided by 2k theta y2 square minus y1 square y1 square. See, therefore time is directly proportional to square of this. All these are constants, right? So using this relation we can calculate what is the time interval required, right? Have you understood? See, these are all some of the interesting things related to thermal conductivity. See, now we shall take up the situation wherein when two rods are connected in series, what is the equivalent value of thermal conductivity? Or when two rods are connected in parallel, what is the equivalent value of thermal conductivity? Suppose we have two rods of same area of cross section but different lengths. Say this is having length L1 and this is having length L2. Rods in series, they are connected in series. This is having thermal conductivity K1, this is having thermal conductivity K2 when they are connected in series. See, when they are having same area of cross section, so you know that when resistors are in series, effective resistance is given by R1 plus R2 thermal resistance equivalent thermal resistance is given by Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. See, what is this Rs? L1 plus L2 divided by K into K. This is K equivalent, okay? K equivalent. See, this is L1 by K1A plus L2 by K2A. See, therefore, if you take out L1 by L2 by K equivalent is equal to L1 by K1 plus L2 by K2. Suppose if L1 is equal to L2 is equal to L, say when the lengths are same, in such a case, K equivalent is given by, they are same, L plus L to L. So you are going to get 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. So therefore equivalent thermal conductivity is given by this relation. Equivalent thermal conductivity is given by 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2 provided lengths are same. If the lengths are different, we can make use of this relation and calculate it. Have you got it? See, therefore when they are connected in series, thermal conductivity decreases, thermal resistance increases, thermal conductivity decreases. When two different rods having different value for thermal conductivity connected in series, the equivalent thermal conductivity decreases. See, that's the conclusion from this. Suppose we have rods of same length connected in parallel, right? See, like this, they are combined like this. This is having area A1, this is having area A2, this is K1, K2. Length remains same. Rods in parallel. When rods in parallel, thermal resistance is equivalent thermal resistance 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is what 1 by Rp is L by K1. This is Kp. This is A1 plus A2, which is equal to 1 by L by K1 A1 plus 1 by L divided by K2 A2. Say you are going to get Kp is equal to, when you simplify that, K1 A1 plus K2 A2 divided by A1 plus A2, right? See, therefore, when you connect them in parallel, the equivalent thermal conductivity is given by this relation. Suppose they are identical. Say if A1 is equal to A2, if A1 is equal to A2, in such a case, Kp is given by K1 plus K2 divided by 2. In case of identical rods which are made of different metals connected in parallel, then equivalent value is the mean of those two. If there are 3 rods are there, K1 plus K2 plus K3 divided by 3. Have you got my point? If the rods are having different area of cross section, K1 A1 plus K2 A2 plus K3 A3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. See here, the condition is that they are of same length. They are connected in parallel. Okay. Well, so now let us consider another situation wherein the rods are connected in the form of a quadrilateral. Okay, like this. See, this is K1, K2, K3, K4, this is K5. Okay, this is at temperature theta1, this is at temperature theta2. Okay, there are 5 different rods which are connected in the form of a quadrilateral A, B, C, D, and K5 is the rod which connects the end B and D. If theta1 is equal to theta2, no heat flows in this, no heat flows through the center rod. This happens only when K1 by K2 is equal to K3 by K4, right? This happens only when K1 by K2 must be equal to K3 by K4. Or then no heat flows through rod of thermal conductivity K5. So when K1 by K2 is equal to K3 by K4, no heat flows here, right? Or in other words, K1 into K4 is equal to K2 into K3. If this gets satisfied, no heat flows to the central rod. Okay, so you will understand how this is possible by considering flow of electric current in case of 4 resistors connected in the form of a quadrilateral. That you will understand in current electricity next chapter. In second year PUC you will understand. I am going to explain that later. See, we can derive this condition, how we can obtain this, right? But this result you must remember. 4 rods having different thermal conductivity connected in the form of a quadrilateral, and there is a central rod which is connecting the two ends B and D. If no current flows through the central rod, so that implies that K1 by K2 must be equal to K3 by K4. See, this is called Wheatson's network condition, balance condition, right? That you will understand later in case of electrical resistances. Okay, knowing of with this background, we are in a position to solve some problems related to thermal conductivity. After completing thermal conductivity, we shall move on to convection as well as radiation. Okay, let us take questions. See, first question, heat is flowing through two cylindrical rods of same material. The diameters of the rod are in the ratio 1:2. The lengths are in the ratio 2:1. If the temperature difference between their ends is same, the ratio of a rate of flow of heat through them will be, okay. See here, heat is flowing through two cylindrical rods. So which are made of same material. See, therefore K1 is equal to K2, right? The diameters of the rods are in the ratio 1:2. The lengths are in the ratio 2:1. Then temperature difference between the rods is same. Then the ratio of rate of flow. Okay, now let us solve this. So you know that Q by T is equal to K into A into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L. See, this can be written as K into, what is A? Area is pi d square by 4. This is area, theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L. So I take this as H, okay, heat, rate of heat flow, H. See, therefore H is directly proportional to d square and inversely proportional to L, because all the remaining things are given to be constants. So therefore H1 by H2 is equal to d1 by d2 whole square into L2 by L1. What is the diameter ratio? 1:2. 1:2 whole square. What is the length ratio? Length ratio are in 2:1. 2:1. See, therefore you are going to get 1:8. Therefore rate of flow of heat through the rod will be 1:8. See, I have taken rate of flow of heat by H. Area is given by, area of a cylinder is pi r square. In terms of diameter, area is pi r square. See, in terms of diameter, I can write pi into d by 2 whole square. See, therefore it becomes pi d square by 4, right? So I take only variables. Therefore H is directly proportional to d square, inversely proportional to L, and on the basis of that we have got the ratio of rate of flow of heat in the two rods are in the ratio 1:8. See, therefore answer here is 1:8. I hope you have followed this. Okay, now let us take the next problem. Two identical square rods of the metal are welded end to end as shown in the figure. 20 calories of heat flows through it in 4 minutes. If the rods are welded as shown in figure 2, the same amount of heat will flow through the rods in. See, in the first case, the rods are connected in series. In the second case, the rods are connected in parallel. Okay. See, rods are in series. They are having same length. So you know that RS is equal to R1 plus R2. See, they have identical rods. See, therefore here R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. Therefore RS is equal to 2R. And in the second case, the rods are connected in parallel. Okay. See, here RP is equal to 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. See, in this case, 1 by r plus 1 by r, 2 by r. See, therefore rp is equal to r by 2. Okay. See, what is the ratio? rs by rp is equal to 2r by r by 2 is equal to 4. Right? So you know that quantity of heat, time taken, if the rods are welded, time Q by T is equal to K into A into theta 1 minus theta 2 by L, or this is theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L by KA. See, this is theta 1 minus theta 2 by R. See, this tells you that T is directly proportional to R. See, therefore, if the rods are welded together, the same amount of heat flow in the rod if the rods are connected in series. See, therefore, T2 by T1 T2 by T1 they have asked. T2 by T1 is equal to Rp by Rs. Rp is R by 2 by R, 2R, 1 by 4. T2 is equal to T1 by 4, 4 by 4, 1 second. See, therefore, if you connect them in parallel, see, it just take 1 minute, 1 minute. It takes time equal to 1 minute. It just take a time equal to 1 minute. See, here first I have taken rods in series. When rods are in series, the thermal resistance is given by Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. Here R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, therefore Rs is equal to 2R. When the same rods are connected in parallel with the same temperature difference, see, in such a case, 1 by Rp is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, this is equal to 2 by R. So you know that Q by T is proportional to theta 1 minus theta 2 by R, because this is thermal resistance. So therefore T is directly proportional to R. So therefore T2 by T1 is Rp by Rs. Rp is R by 2, Rs is 2R, therefore 1 by 4, T2 is equal to T1 by 4, that gives you T1 they have given us 4 minutes. See, therefore you will get T2 is equal to 1 minute. I hope you have understood this. So you have 4 options: 1 minute, 2 minute, 4 minute and 16 minutes. Therefore answer is 1 minute. Now we shall move on to third question. For cooking food, which of the following type utensil is more stable? See, which one? As I told you, the utensil should quickly gets heated up. ಯಾವುದು ತುಂಬ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಬಳಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದು ಆನ್ಸರು? ದ ಒನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಲೋ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೈ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. Therefore fourth option is correct. Low specific heat capacity and high conductivity. Okay. The coefficient of thermal conductivity depends upon. So you know that coefficient of thermal conductivity does not depends on the area of cross section or length. It depends mainly on nature of the material. ಯಾವ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲಿಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದು ಕಾಪರಿಂದ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟೀಲಿಂದ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ is being decided by the nature of the material you have taken. ಅದು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಲಾಯ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ, ಹೀಗೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ದಪ್ಪ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಎರಡು ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹ ಅದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. See, therefore it depends on the material of the plate. See, therefore fourth option is correct. The ratio of thermal conductivity of two rods of different material is 5:4. If two rods of same area of cross section and same thermal resistance will have length in the ratio. Really, they have got same area and then same thermal resistance. Put here. So you know that thermal resistance is given by R is equal to L by K into A. Okay. If two rods of same area of cross section, same thermal resistance, then lengths are in the ratio. Therefore, L1 by K1A is equal to L2 by K2A. So therefore, L1 by L2 is equal to K1 by K2. K1 by K2 is 5:4. So therefore, you are going to get 5:4. So therefore, answer is 5:4 because they have given thermal resistance same area. These two are constants. So therefore, L is directly proportional to K. L1 by L2 is K1 by K2 equals constant. Now let us move on to next question. Two rectangular blocks A and B of different metals have same length and same area of cross section. They are kept in such a way that their cross section area touch each other. The temperature at one end is 100 degrees Celsius and that of B at the other end is 0 degrees Celsius. Ratio of thermal conductivity is 1:3 and the steady state temperature of the junction will be. Okay, you have two rectangular blocks. This is one block and we have another block. They are in contact. See here temperature is theta 1, 100 degrees Celsius. This is theta 2, 0 degrees Celsius. This is theta. Okay, temperature of the junction is given by theta is equal to K1 theta 1 plus K2 theta 2 divided by K1 plus K2. See, this is possible only when A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, L1 is equal to L2 is equal to L. So they are having same length, same area of cross section. Okay, then you can use this K1. See, their ratio is 1:3. K1 is to K2. They have given K1 is to K2 is equal to 1:3. This data is given. Theta is equal to, this is K. Theta 1 is 100 plus K2 is 3K. This is 0. K plus 3K. So therefore 100 by 4 is equal to 25 degrees Celsius. So therefore temperature will be, see, we have taken two rectangular blocks. See, this is one block. This end is at 100 degrees Celsius, another end is at 0 degrees Celsius, right? Area same, length is same. See, then we can make use of the relation theta is equal to K1 theta 1 plus K2 theta 2 divided by K1 plus K2. So they are at, this is the temperature of the junction. See, now K1 K2 ratio is 1:3. See, therefore if you take K1 is equal to K, K2 becomes equal to 3K. Now I am substituting 3K for K2, K for K1. See, therefore on simplification you are going to get the temperature of the junction is given by 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. See, this is two rods A and B of equal length and their ends kept between same temperature. Their area of cross sections are A1 and A2 and thermal conductivities are K1 and K2. The rate of transmission of heat in the two rods will be equal if, say, we have two rods. See, therefore K1 A1 theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L, K2 A2 theta 1 minus theta 2 by L. Length are same. Here L1 is equal to L2 is equal to L. See, therefore K1 A1 must be equal to K2. See, therefore here rate of heat flow in one rod, rate of heat flow in the second rod, they are same. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದೇ ರೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎರಡು ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ, ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಎರಡು ರಾಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ Q by T in one rod is equal to Q by T in another rod. Q by T ಅಂದರೆ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. L1 is equal to L2 is equal to L ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Then the condition here is this is possible only when K1 A1 must be equal to K2 A2. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. K1 A1 is equal to K2 A2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ K1 A1 is equal to K2 A2. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್. ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು? ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ R is equal to L by K into A. ಆರ್ಗೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಗೇನು ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಈ ಕೆಗೆ MLT⁻³ theta to the power of -1, ಎಗೆ L². ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? M⁻⁻1 L⁻⁻2 T⁻3 θ⁻1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥೀಟಾ ಬದಲು ಥೀಟಾನ ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? M⁻⁻1 L⁻⁻2 T⁻3 K⁻1. ಅದರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ L by K into A ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಗೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ನು L, ಲೆಂತ್ಗೆ. ಇದು ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ನು. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ. ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ನು L². ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ M⁻⁻1 L⁻⁻2 T⁻3 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಬದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. The walls of thickness, next problem ಹೋಗೋಣ. The walls of thickness D1 and D2 and thermal conductivity K1 and K2 are in contact. In steady state, if the temperature of outer surfaces are T1 and T2, then temperature at the common wall is, ಇದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, temperature of the junction. ಇಲ್ಲಿ θ1 θ2 ಬದಲು K1 K2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ θ1 is equal to K1, ಥೀಟಾ ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೋ? K1 θ1 L2 K2 θ2 L1 divided by K1 L2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ K2 L1. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಥರ ಬರ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ θ1 ಬದಲು T1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, θ2 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ T2. ಅದೇ ಥರ L2 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ D2, ಅದೇ ಥರ L1 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ D1 ಈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ T is equal to K1 T1 D2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ K2 T2 D1 divided by K1 D2 plus K2 D1. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ, ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, 2 ರಾಡು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 2 ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಾಲ್ಸ್, 2 ವಾಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ವಾಲ್ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು D1 ಅಂತ, ಇದು D2, ಇದು θ1 T1, θ2 T2, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥೀಟಾನ T, ಇದು L1, ಇದು L2 D2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಹಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. The temperature gradient in a rod of 0.5 meter long is 80 degree Celsius per meter. If the temperature of hotter end of the rod is 30 degrees Celsius and the temperature of the cooler end is see, we know that temperature gradient is given by θ1 minus θ2 divided by L. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಗ್ರೇಡಿಯಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 80 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 80. Here temperature of hotter end is 30 degrees Celsius. ಕೂಲರ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, θ2 ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 0.5 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೆ 4. ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 40 is equal to 30 minus θ2. ಇದೆ 4. θ2 is equal to minus 10 degrees Celsius. ಅದರಿಂದ θ2 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? minus 10 degree Celsius. ನೋಡಿ minus 10 ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. Have you got it? ಈಗ 11th ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ. 2 thin blankets keep more hotness than 1 blanket of thickness equal to these two. The reason is that ಒಂದು thick blanket ಗಿಂತ 2 thin blanket ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬೆಚ್ಚಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 2 thin blanket ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ 2 thin blanket ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಏರು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾವ. 2 thin blanket ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಏನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾವ, ಅದು ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ ಥರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೀಟ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಕಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೆಚ್ಚಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎ ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ 2 blankets ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ಏರ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೋ ದ ಹೀಟ್ ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್. ಡ್ರೈ ಏರ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೀಟ್ನ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬೆಚ್ಚಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ 2 thin blankets with 2 thin blankets will feel much warm compared to a thick blanket of same thickness, right? Wires A and B of identical length have circular cross sections. The radius of A is twice that of B. RA is equal to 2 times RB. For a given temperature, difference between the two ends, both the wires conduct heat at the same rate. The relation between thermal conductivity is, see here they have given in terms of radius. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೇಮ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Q/T is equal to K into A into θ1 minus θ2 divided by L. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ K ಇಂಟು A ಅಂದರೆ πr², θ1 minus θ2 divided by L. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥೀಟಾ 1 ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಯೂ ಬೈ ಟಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದಕ್ಕೇನೋ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್. ಕೆ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಎ ಬೈ ಕೆ ಬಿ, ಎ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಕೆ ಎ ಬೈ ಕೆ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಬೈ ಆರ್ ಎ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಅವ್ರೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಆರ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ವೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತಿದು? 1:4 ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕೆ ಬಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕೆ ಬಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆ ಬಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆ ಎ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕೆ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕೆ ಬಿ ಬೈ 4 ಅಥವಾ ಕೆ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಕೆ ಎ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಎನ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆರ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. Okay. Two metallic plates of equal thickness K1 and K2 put together face to face and a common plate is constructed, then the equivalent thermal conductivity. See, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಇದು. ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ, ಎರಡು ಸೀರೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗೇನು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ when they are in series, ಅವರು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ರಾಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಂತಾಗಿದೆ. K1 K2 ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ K ಈಕ್ವಿವ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ 2 K1 K2 ಬೈ K1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ K2. ಇದನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬದಲು ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ರಾಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರಾಡ್ ಚಿತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. The ratio of diameters of two metallic rods of same material 2:1. Lengths are in the ratio 1:4. Temperature difference between them are equal. Then the rate of flow will be, ಇದು ಹಿಂದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಥರದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ ದಟ್ Q by T is equal to K into A into theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L. ಇದನ್ನು H ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ K into ಇದು 5D square by 4 ಆಯಿತು. See, this is theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ H1 by H2 is equal to D1 by D2 whole square into L2 by L1. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? H is directly proportional to D square, inversely proportional to L ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉಳಿದದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇದೆ? 2:1 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇದೆ, 2/1 ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 1:4, 1:4 ಹೀಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? ಇದು 4, 16:1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು 4. We will have answer 16:1. So in this case you will be getting 16:1. See, mud houses are cooler in summer and warmer in winter because mud houses ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಸಮ್ಮರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ? ಮಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್. ಮಡ್ ಹೀಟ್ನ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಹಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಸೊ therefore C is correct. two bars of thermal conductivities K and 3K and length 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter respectively have equal area of cross section. They are joined lengthwise as shown in the figure. If the temperature at the ends are 0 degree Celsius, ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 100 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ 1 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು 100 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಂತ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಇದು K1 is equal to K, K2 is equal to 3K. ಇದು θ1 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್, θ2 100 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್. ಥೀಟಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಥೀಟಾ is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ L1 ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ. L2 2 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಏನಿದು K1 θ1 L2, K2 θ2 L1 divided by K1 L2 plus K2 L1. K1 ಗೆ K ಅಂತ ತಗೋಣ. θ1 0 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ಸೊ ಹೀಟು ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ θ1 ಯಾವುದು ಹೈಯರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು θ1 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಲೋಯರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನ θ1 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೈಟ್? θ2 ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. K0 L2 is 2 centimeter plus K2 ಅಂದರೆ 3K. ಇಲ್ಲಿ θ2 100, L1 1 centimeter divided by K1 K, L2 2, K2 3K 1. ಇದು ಹೊರಟಾಯಿತು. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? 300 divided by 5, 60 degree Celsius. Theta is given by 60 degree Celsius. ನೀವು ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು θ1 ಇದು θ2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಗ θ is equal to K1K θ ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನು K1 ತಗೋತೀನಿ, ಇದು K2 ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ? ಇದು θ1. ನಾವು θ1 100 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. K1 ಈ ಕಡೆದು 3K, θ2 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್. ಓಕೆ, K2 K, L1 2 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್, L2 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್, ಹಿಂಗೆ ತಗೋಣ. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? θ is equal to K1 θ1, K1 is 3K, θ1 is 100, L2 is 1 centimeter plus K2 θ2, K2 ಅಂದರೆ K, θ2 0, this is 2 divided by K1 L2 K1 ಅಂದರೆ 3K, L2 1, K2 K2 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 300 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 5 60. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನುಮಾನ ಬರದೇ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಥರನೂ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ only. At common temperature, a block of wood and a block of metal feel equal cold or hot. The temperature of block of wood and block of metal are. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ವುಡನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ವುಡನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಹಾಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು? ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ಗಿಂತ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ಗಿಂತ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನೀವು ಮೆಟಲ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ತುಂಬ ತಣ್ಣಗಿದೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ವುಡ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ತಣ್ಣಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸೋಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ವುಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಹೀಟ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಆಯಿತಾ? ವುಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತುಂಬ ತಣ್ಣಗಿದೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಮೆಟಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಹೀಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ವುಡ್ಡು ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು? ನಮ್ಮ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಏನು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ. Consider a compound slab consisting of two different materials having equal thickness, and thermal conductivities are K and 2K respectively. Equivalent thermal conductivity are. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಇದೆ, ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಲು, ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ K and 2K respectively. See, they ask you to find out what is the equivalent thermal conductivity. You know that equivalent thermal conductivity is given by ಎರಡು ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎರಡು ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ KS is equal to 2K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಒಂದು K, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2K ಇದೆ. therefore 4/3K. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ? 3K ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದೇ KP K1 plus K2 divided by 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಬಂದರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ K plus 2K divided by 2 ಅಂದರೆ 3K by 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 2/3K ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇದೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 4/3. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Two metal cubes A and B of same size are arranged as shown in the figure. The extreme ends of the combination are maintained at the indicated temperature. The arrangement is thermally insulated. The coefficient of thermal conductivity of A and B are 300 watt per meter per degree Celsius, 200 watt per meter per degree Celsius respectively. After steady state is reached, temperature of the interface. ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಇದೇ ಥರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಥರ you please calculate this. ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? ಎರಡದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ. ಸಿ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ theta is equal to k1 theta 1 plus k2 theta 2 divided by k1 plus k2. ಲೆಂತ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ಅಹೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? you will find that one is 300, another one 200. 300 theta 1 ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 100 ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 0 ಇದೆ. 300 plus 200, 3 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 5 into 10 raised to 2. So therefore temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. So temperature of this one is 60 degrees Celsius. Therefore fourth option is correct. Fourth option is correct. Okay. So with that, so we shall move on to understanding of convection. So let me stop at this stage. Continue next class. Thank you.